Thank you so much for joining us for Inside the Valley. I'm Taylor Winkle, and today on the show, the Museum of South Texas History is preparing for a special speaker series. And with us to talk about that today is our friend Pamela Morales. Thank you so much for being here. So talk to us a little bit about the Museum of South Texas History.
Well, thank you for having me on Inside the Valley. And the Museum of South Texas History is located in Edinburgh, Texas, on the Hidalgo County Courthouse Square. So we're easy to find across the street from the courthouse. We've been there since '67 because of the 1910 jail, a very historic building that we've had around since 1910. And we are a very community and family-based museum. So we love having the community over, learning more about the history of our region. We're not just Hidalgo County or just Edinburgh. We're more than that. So we encompass a lot of the history between, you know, I would say like Laredo all the way to South Padre Island and a little bit of northeastern Mexico.
Okay, so talk a little bit about the types of exhibits you guys have there right now.
So right now, the only thing we do have is our permanent exhibit, which is the Rio Grande Legacy exhibition. That one was permanently installed in 2003. We've had changing exhibits, but currently that space is being renovated, which is the 1910 jail. But we do have other special programs, such as a Sunday speaker series, and we also bring history to life with the exhibits during summer nights at the museum. So it's just throughout the year we have little things here and there, but no changing exhibits at the moment.
Because of the construction.
Yeah.
Is this a busy time of year for you guys with the holidays coming up? Kids being out of school?
Yes, I would say we recently just had our Fiesta de Nochebuena, so that one was a really big hit with the community. We had a lot of families come in, bring in their children. We had a piñata, so they got to sort of enjoy the Christmas traditions of the region with the posada and things like that. So they learned education-wise about the Christmas traditions, and then they enjoyed the piñata afterward. So we had a pretty good one that was December 10th, so that was last Sunday. You know, I want to say right now the tours are a big hit, but then after that we'll have more families coming in during the holidays.
And so if I'm sitting at home and I have a family and I'm interested in this, where could I go to get more information to find out what you guys have coming up in the community?
So we're very active on Facebook, but if you don't have Facebook, we're also active online with our website, mosthistory.org. So all the calendar is on there. We have the events up and coming, especially when we're closed, because that's also important. We're actually not open on Christmas Day. So we have that, Facebook, and then also just, you know, other places, newspaper, especially the Monitor and things like that. So
yes.
We have that information there.
Okay, and so talk a little bit about those tours. If you were to go on a tour, what would you find?
The tours are only for school right now,
okay.
But we do have some self-guided tours information up at the front desk, so just ask them for that information, and they'll give you a packet and sort of go into depth about certain exhibits. And I would recommend Saturday mornings because that's when we're free for the community. So from Saturday 10 a.m. till noon, you get to go in and take your time. You can be there for about 3 hours or so, and then be with the booklet.
Okay, and so talk a little bit about this Sunday speaker series. It's going on tonight, right?
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon, yes. Okay, okay.
Yes, so a Sunday speaker series that starts at 2 p.m. And that one, we will be having Lupe Saenz, the president of the South Texas Conjunto Association. So he's going to talk about the history of Conjunto, how it's influenced this region, and also the artists who became popular because of Conjunto music. And also he's going to discuss a little bit about the difference between Conjunto, Norteño, and Tejano, which I think a lot of people would be interested in because that music is so integrated into our culture.
Exactly. And so why is it important for people who live here to learn about traditional music like that?
I think because there are still a lot of people who are interested in that history, and I think I would say, up in San Antonio and those areas, country music is very popular. So we have the country saloons and kind of like dance halls, and it's sort of similar that way down here. And I feel a lot of people feel connected because maybe their grandparents would go out dancing Saturday night and they would listen to conjunto music. So I feel like they're probably just more interested in that history, because even though their grandparents did attend a lot of those dance halls and they were part of that culture, maybe they've passed on and they just want to learn more and how maybe their grandparents lived and how that culture was during the time, sort of like our culture now.
And so is this speaker series good for the whole entire family? If I have a small child, will they be entertained?
Not necessarily. This is really a lecture base.
Okay.
So it's just a sit down, listen, PowerPoint type of presentation, but it's still very interesting. We do have a lot of teenagers come in with their parents to learn more about, whatever topic it is. We've had a range of topics. So I think it just really depends on what it is. The last one that we had almost 100 people, and they also brought in their children as well.
Very nice. And so before we go, talk a little bit about your Try On History campaign.
So the Try On History project, that one actually started last year. So we are part of the Giving Tuesday global movement, which sort of encourages people to donate to a nonprofit. So rather than do Black Friday and Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, which is the day after Cyber Monday, sort of encourage people to donate to a nonprofit. So rather than spending your money, you'll donate it to a worthy cause. And so we decided last year that one of our main priorities is to have reproduction outfits, not necessarily costumes, because costumes are a different type of material and they're used for different things. Our reproduction outfits, are meant for our volunteers to wear. So when we have our special events, people are dressed in representative reproduction outfits. So that way it sparks a child's imagination. They could be walking in and they see somebody, dressed in a Spanish outfit, they'll start asking all these types of questions. So we felt that those funds, the donations, could help to purchase more outfits, because not everyone's body is the same, and our history expands since the Spanish came in, or even before that. We do also have Native American galleries that talk about the natives that lived here. So we just want all kinds of reproduction outfits.
Yes, all right. Well, Pamela, thank you so much for coming on the show. So today, the Museum of South Texas History and their Sunday Speaker Series. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next are our friends from Weslaco PD with tips for you on how to stay safe during holiday shopping season. We'll be right back.